don't want your help desk people being involved in all that, in my opinion, because that's on site and prep work and all of that kind of stuff. So wherever possible, you don't really want your help desk people doing that. You want them being, working tickets, being ready to get a new ticket. And if they're on site at a client, obviously they're out of that. The other piece of that is, there's some math you can do based on the amount of managed services revenue you have and so forth. What your headcount needs to be on the help desk, and you can math all that up. And if you have people randomly kind of going off and being a field tech, you're kind of messing that whole system up. I think that any kind of deployment like that is a professional services activity. Deploying new hardware should, in almost every case, be outside of your managed services agreement too. So, if you're including things like new PC setups in your managed services agreement, doesn't have some sort of limit, that's very bad, really, really bad. And I know a lot of companies do that, but I've seen multiple companies almost go out of business, trying to do Windows 10 refreshes for free. And, before that, it was Windows 8 refreshes. I mean, it can put you out of business. So really, all of that kind of work should be billable work. And then, then it's a matter of project management. If you've got your professional services people, and maybe that's one or maybe two people, even in larger companies, it may not be a ton of people in that area. Now it's just a matter of scheduling your projects, coordinating those projects and putting together the resource needs for those things. Smaller projects, you might have a single person that kind of just deals with all the, PC, the smaller stuff, putting PCs out. If you do VoIP, maybe they're dealing with, putting phones out, replacing phones and those kinds of things. But, that I would not put that on your help desk. And even like a lot of companies will have, as part of their managed services offering, an on-site piece. To me, that's field engineering. And that's a separate person or a part-time person, and they're working processes, they're working checklists when they go on site. And so, typically even that person is not going to be the person that, puts out PCs or things, unless your field engineer, unless you don't need a full-time field engineer and they're a part-time field engineer, and then you're kind of juggling those things, and you can split their time between those two activities. But it's got to be clear. The more clear you make it for employees, like, here's what I need you to do, and the less kind of multiple hats they're wearing, that's really how you get to efficiency. The more hats they wear, the more times they jump from kind of one focus to another focus. Anytime you do that, it's a loss of efficiency. And a lot of times it's frustrating for the techs too.